Hello, everybody. This is Daniel with the House of I podcast. Before we get started, just wanted to thank Duke Moon and the Phase so much for coming on. They actually hit us up from Orlando, which is pretty cool. They said that they found us on the internet, so it makes me feel like this thing is kind of growing slowly, but that's cool. Let me tell you some of their dates. So they're playing March 12th at Will's Pub. That's in Orlando. So for any of you Orlando people who want to go check that out. They're also playing the Sanford Music Fest, which I think is also the 12th, but at 6 o'clock. I'm not entirely sure. Ask them. They're releasing a 4-song EP called The Gods Are Coming, and that is going to be released on Grind Ethos Records, so look out for that, and their live performances will be coming soon, so stay tuned, and thank you guys for subscribing. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't, and let us know what you think. Peace.
Sons and daughters of the heavens.
Exactly. Did you use my name? I'll fight you right now.
Yeah. Ryan Pierce's.
So where did you guys meet each other?
Craigslist.
Really?
Yeah, man. I stopped playing music for a long time, got back into music. I was like, I just put a band together. But, when you get out of the music game, you don't know anybody.
Yeah.
All right, Craigslist. I shocked. So if I had a drummer, and I play weird music. So I was like, surprised to find a drummer who likes this weird stuff. He's like, hey, man, I'm going to bring a bass player along. Great, cool, man. And turned out to be Matt. And we played for a while, worked out really good. Just, had some personality issues with the drummer, so he kind of went his own way, and Matt switched over to drums. But yeah, I actually get bored, and I look on Craigslist, and I'm like, thank God. I'm not
like a dating
still
scene.
trying to find people on Craigslist. Orlando Craigslist Musician is all worship bands.
Really? Oh, I
Yes.
didn't know that.
Oh, check it out sometimes. It's nothing but like Christian guitar player wanted.
Yeah.
I guess that kind of makes sense though.
It's Orlando, man. We have a lot of that.
But also like that music too. Like you can kind of just plug in. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you have to.
Yeah, so
figure
it's a
something
ready-made thing.
Yeah.
There's a formula to it, right?
So I actually got really lucky on Craigslist. Shocking
He's talking
to
shit
know.
about it, but
it actually
don't
worked out
use it, but
very
it
well
works.
for me. Super frustrating. I actually found a really good synthesizer player on Craigslist like a week ago. He came and played a couple things with us. Sounded great. All right, cool, man. Everything's awesome. And his life just disintegrated. And
What's his name? I was about to say, what's his name now?
I don't want to make him mad. I don't want to make him mad, but if his life gets together, I'm taking him back. It's a really cool. Matt's got that thing to just talk about why you like him.
Oh, yeah, when he said, he's like, man, I could do 80s stuff, or I could play the wind. And I was like, play the wind. Do that.
Thumbs up, buddy.
I was like, that's all I want.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, let's hear it.
We're from the Windy City now.
So Craigslist got you the drummer. Where did your bass player come
All off
from?
game on that.
Yeah, so I was playing bass at first, and then the drummer left, and then I was like, I knew 2 bassists and 0 drummers, so I was like, I guess I'm playing drums then. And then I was like, oh yeah,
I threatened him with physical violence.
Yeah, right, exactly. So yeah, I know him through mutual friends of my girlfriend, and I already knew that he could play, and we jammed sometimes together, just improv stuff. So when the opportunity came out, I was like, hey man, we're playing some shows and stuff. You want to get back up on stage, let us know. And then here he is with his beautiful bass.
By the way, when the stuff didn't work out with the drummer, it was 2 weeks before our first show at Will's. So that was awesome. So we had to play, and we used to have a couple of we've had a couple of keyboard players, but these Middle Eastern guys I know. Atif was playing keys. He brings this really cool. He's from Pakistan. He brings this cool vibe. Brought in this other guy. Riyadh. I'm sorry. Riyadh's an amazing tablas performer. So we had to Will's is a really cool gig, and we were like a new band. It's a really cool gig to get.
Yeah, definitely.
And so we just had to make a set out of tablas, keys, guitar, and drums.
That was fun.
And a foot pedal I had for samples.
Yeah.
And we had 4 songs tops. I am not much of a singer. I kind of just that's the hard process of this band is I was never a singer, but we just couldn't find one, so I just did what I did. but I had to just like build this set.
Yeah.
I had to go to him like hat in hand because I met him through the drummer. I was like, any chance with Nick gone, you're still interested in playing with me? I had all my original concept was like a drum machine and stuff, but like 2 seconds into practice, I was like, oh, that doesn't work.
Yeah, I was shaking my head. I was like, nah. It's like, dude, we're not doing this. I'll get on drums. Even at my worst, I'm better than a shitty drum machine with no life whatsoever.
It was obviously not going to work.
For sure.
So then I guess what's your start in playing music, like instruments, all that stuff? Like when did you guys start doing that?
It's going to be more than an hour with these two guys.
I'd love to hear that.
Olaf.
Tell me about it.
I know. I mean, I started in Germany, so that was probably 30 years ago.
Wow.
So I did music back then when we all were young. Wanted to become famous, right? Didn't work out really. But I mean, I kept playing. I did some cover bands just to get in shape.
Yeah.
Basically.
This guy.
Yeah. So and then when I moved over to the US, I mean, I kept in touch with some German guys doing music over the internet, recording stuff, but nothing real. And then since we met and said, hey, I want to come over, jam a little bit, and said, okay, why not? I mean, I haven't played for a while.
Matt tells me he's got a guy that's into reggae that's going to come play drums. I'm like, or going to play bass. I'm like, oh, this is interesting.
You told him I'm into reggae?
Yeah. He's like, he's this reggae bass player. I'm like, all right. Cool.
Really, so
That's better than the non-bass playing human beings I know.
no, I mean, we jammed a couple of times, I guess, right?
Yeah.
You had the band already.
Yeah.
But then,
I'm super pushy. So I'm like, hey, what's up? You play good. You want to be in the band? Great.
Don't say no.
And then, they tricked me in. I said,
I'm real pushy about it.
You're actually a hostage.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, he's tapping Morse code.
Right? You gotta help us out. Okay.
It's really hard. It's really hard to
knows Morse
find
code.
a good musician, you know?
That's hilarious.
And like, you know, in Orlando, it's hard to find like anyone who's good is taken.
Yeah.
You know, so like this guy doesn't know anybody. Yeah, you're in the band, whether you want it or
The
not.
bar's very low, right?
It's not the bar's low. You're better bass player than I am.
So did you start out playing bass then? I guess was that your first instrument?
Yeah, the first and only. So I'm just a bass player. I never started guitar and then turned to bass or
All right.
like other guys maybe did. No, I was always into bass.
That's cool.
I am just a drummer, so there's something in common.
Yeah,
I
but-
started in drums, stayed there. I
Yeah.
tried to learn bass, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back over here.
Yeah, I'll
and-
be on the kid if you need me.
Yeah, exactly.
Just hanging back, drinking a beer. Like, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm tuned. What's up?
Yeah.
With zero knowledge of how to tune
How
a
to
drum
tune,
set.
yeah.
I have no idea how to
At
tune a drum
all.
set. Yeah.
Just if it sounds good to me, I'm good.
When someone plays a tuned drum set, you're like, whoa.
There's this video of Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili
Sure.
Peppers, and he's like, "Yeah, I like to tune my drums to like basically like you know the horn thing they do to when the horses run out.
Sure.
So he can literally do. I'm like, mad. That's
crazy,
crazy.
yeah.
You're like, you don't play the same instrument I play, sir.
Exactly. Like right there, I'm like, whoa, there are notes there. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like you
It's
know.
cool if everybody has their shit tuned to like one particular tune or something. Mine will be like a cartoon, like Looney Tunes. Like,
The tablas player would ask me, what's this? And I'm like, get hand drums, man. Like, who cares?
I don't know.
Well, like, it matters, you know.
no, it matters for
Matters to you.
Yeah,
Like-
for tablas. Yeah, he will change tunings. He's like, is this one in E? He's like, I don't know if I can go that high. Might break
He's
the
another one.
skin.
It's like his life disintegrated for a minute, and he just kind of couldn't keep on. It's like, such a he looks so cool, man. Like, just he'd be on the one or two shows he played. It's like, you know, it's an Indian style. He's a little older, looks real cool. You know, it's got his instruments, like God,
Proper
man,
Indian style.
Yeah, proper
tablas,
Indian
yeah.
style. Sri Lankan. I don't know.
Origin.
I don't know if people from Sri Lanka are offended by being called Indian.
But he was sitting Indian style.
Yeah,
so
I'm from
it's
Florida and I'm stupid, so you're just Indian. It is.
So because I feel like this is interesting to me. Like, so how I guess like what's the music scene in Germany like when you were playing there?
What was it back then? I mean, I was
Queensryche.
not. Yeah, Queensryche obviously is not. No. I mean, yeah, of course it was Scorpions back then, but also we were.
Scorpions, man.
Yeah.
Is that like heavy, like basically like heavy metal?
Yeah, I mean, I was playing heavy metal, and so I was never really big into the scene. But yeah, I mean, we had a couple of, not to mention Scorpions. But yeah, maybe a couple of other guys. But yeah,
They were more successful than me. I ain't talking shit.
yeah. But I mean, I was more into the US bands, more the progressive guys. And
Like what? Like what? Which bands?
yeah, like you mentioned, Queensryche to begin with, and later Dream Theater and all
Dream
these
Theater,
bands.
man.
Yeah. So some weird Psychotic Waltz, which were now getting back together after 20 years. Yeah, having a.
Dude, I remember trying to learn Dream Theater songs and just failing miserably.
like
Dream Theater's
99%
really cool,
of
man.
you guys.
Do you guys know Dream Theater?
No, I haven't really.
They're
heard
an
them.
early, wildly proficient musicians doing weird prog rock, and they're really interesting. But I remember, like back in the old days of like tablature books and stuff, you get Dream Theater tablature books, and you're like, I don't understand.
They're black.
This. Yeah, Dream Theater was like their whole shtick was that they were really serious top level musicians.
Okay.
And they did this like kind of proggy stuff. It was also, late 80s, early 90s, so it wasn't weird. But when you hear Dream Theater, like, I mean, it's a little, like the music when you go to see, I don't know how much I should curse.
Oh, you can curse as much.
Yeah. Those
that doesn't
fucking
matter.
Cirque du Soleil things.
Yes.
You know that wild ass music?
Uh-huh.
Make that a much cooler version of that, and that's Dream Theater.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, the super technical, super proficient.
Olaf, you agree with that assessment?
Okay, for the time being.
sure.
Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, but yeah, this kind of stuff. I was also into Sabotage, which really came from Tampa, right?
Really?
So, yeah, and they are now doing the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, right?
Really?
So back then, yeah, in the 80s, that were the roots I'm coming from.
Okay.
So Sabotage, Queensryche, Dream Theater.
So why the move to the United States?
Oh, that was just for work.
Okay.
So I got the opportunity and said, yeah, why not? I mean, the sun is shining.
Yeah.
Get out of rainy Germany, right?
You mean to go to the beach in March? Yeah.
Yeah. A beach, yeah.
In,
Actually, a Christmas, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
I'm sure.
that was
how cold it
no
gets over
brainer
there.
to me. So I said, yeah.
Damn,
let's
that's
go.
cool. So like I guess like what are the biggest differences you find like between Americans and Germans?
Oh, how
So
much
many
time do we
things.
have?
You're fine.
I'll tell you from the perspective of Americans,
Yeah, go for
crossing the street and actually paying attention to the street
To the
signs.
red light.
Yeah, so we were in Berlin a couple years ago, and I travel a lot, and I'm a bit of a nerd. Like I always like look up like, hey, stupid travel things, and all the travel things said, hey, just one thing that's really weird coming from America is when they don't walk the street signs, they follow that. They don't care how many people are like, they're serious about that.
Yeah.
As an American, like I mean,
If I don't see any cars, I'm going.
Yeah. Oh,
don't do that.
dude, old ladies will call you out on that. Like people will call you out when you step across the street, and so yeah,
He's like,
yeah,
no, he's like, no, yeah. It's, like,
It's
of
weird.
course.
It's very confusing,
That is so
rules.
funny.
It's all about rules.
Yeah. And then the weird, especially the so of course people are drinking beer and stuff. I don't know, I'm talking over you. I apologize. But the weird thing is that people are drinking beers, like glass beers, and it's a very beautiful, nice city. It's clearly cleaner than anything in America. But he kept seeing people set their beers down on the corners. Like, that's oddly sloppy for like this really nice city. Smartest thing they do, they pay the homeless people at night. They go around and they collect all that stuff, and then they recycle it. And it's like it's a reasonable amount of money.
What?
It's like a
Wow.
couple bucks
So you
per
put it
bottle.
there on purpose so
Yeah.
that you know it's going to get picked
So
up.
now the city doesn't have to pay for it because it's all they like any major city. They have homeless people,
Right.
and it gives them something to do. It gives them a way to make money. Like even when you're in the bar, like like if you go like, hey, we'll take 3 beers, thank you very much. So they give you your glass bottles and they pop the top and they hand you the top, the little bottle cap.
Yeah.
So by the end of it, when you bring in your glass, here you go, thank you very much. I'd like another. For every bottle cap you give them, they give you €1
What?
to insist
shit.
that you're bringing up, and like that adds up.
That's fucking cool.
It adds up. Like it's not like a 50-cent money. By the end of your, I don't know about you, but like I drink. If I got a table full of my friends, like we got 15, 20 beers, you know?
Yeah.
And that's $20.
Yeah.
You turn it in, you buy more beers, and then
Yeah,
you
of
get more
course.
bottle
Yeah,
caps.
you
and it never
absolutely
stops.
give that money right back to the bar, of course.
That's badass, honestly.
Concept.
Yeah, so basically, I guess what you're saying is that we're just dirty motherfuckers.
Yeah, just leave it there.
You're a Floridian. You're super used to
I
that.
didn't say that. I mean, no, to be honest, I mean, we German are way more grumpier than you are.
Really grumpier.
Yeah, I mean,
we get more sun than you guys do.
We like,
True,
yeah,
vitamin D, man.
yeah.
yeah.
So we like to complain and
You're all very
right?
nice, but you have like the resting bitch face.
Yeah.
I was just in Prague. It's the same thing. Everyone's the nicest person you've ever met, but they just look like their dog just died. Like,
Oh, so they're from Miami.
I don't
That's
know.
how everyone looks down. Like down
Is
there.
that the look over there?
Yeah, definitely.
You don't know if you should approach anyone down there, but
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely like living down there. You kind of you grow a thin skin to like people. You know, you're just not as friendly. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's like weird going into like a southern state or whatever, and then everyone's like,
Right.
"Hi, how are you?"
We're nice ass people.
Yeah.
We're actually horribly terrible people in the South. We pretend to be super nice.
Exactly.
yeah. Oh, bless
Yes.
your heart. Oh,
Yeah.
no, you wish death upon me. is what
I
it
hate
is.
black people. Bless your heart. You know, yeah, we're actually
I'm
like really,
racist.
we're actually like really not all that nice.
We're actually quite
We just-
terrible.
But you know, we'll pretend.
Well, that's cool, man. Because honestly, I always find like it's neat to meet people from different places. Like I mean, even being in Orlando, like I feel like that's different from being in Tampa. You know, that I just find that interesting.
Totally.
It's
It
way
is.
smaller there, man. Like
You think so,
Yeah,
really?
you
Or
come
yeah?
out here and there's so much. Like Tampa to me is like St. Pete and the surrounding areas too.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's like 2 areas to hang out here at least, right? Like downtown Tampa proper and Ybor.
Yeah.
We're like we just have one. It's just like 4 blocks of downtown Orlando, you know.
Really, that's
That's
that
it.
kinda
Yeah.
it?
The impression in Orlando is that Tampa and St. Pete definitely has a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I mean, we actually have some stuff going on in Orlando too, to be honest with you nowadays. But the impression, that the vibe for us is like, oh, like Tampa's got some shit going down.
Yeah. I think things are getting better right now. Like it seems like there's just
Tons
more
of
of a
good
scene.
bands from around here.
Yeah.
There's tons
I
of
was
stuff.
gonna add though, like we have like artists that are mainly out of St. Pete, right? 30 minutes away. That's it. But like one of the questions that we get into, one of the topics we get into is the difference between St. Pete and Tampa. And like, you know, how difficult it is to get Tampa people out there.
Tonight.
And then St. people out here.
Tonight,
It's-
I have an old friend. She lives in St. Pete. It's like, hey, just FYI, you know, we're coming to Tampa and
Right.
hanging out. She's like, absolutely not.
crossing the bridge.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
do
it is.
she,
that.
she
Crossing the
explained
bridge.
to me
Yeah.
why that sucked. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Alright.
ridiculous, dude.
But
I'm
to me,
sorry.
and I guess it's because we're from Miami.
Oh, it
that-
looks the same to me. Like
That is
I,
nothing.
I was
That's
sort of like,
30
normal.
minutes is
That's a
nothing.
normal.
Yeah.
That's a normal drive to a venue. It's 30 minutes.
30
Yeah,
minutes,
for sure.
Yeah.
30
yeah,
minutes. is
I was
nothing.
gonna invite my friend. Like, hey, we're coming to Tampa. We're gonna be hitting the
Hanging
bars and
out,
stuff.
yeah.
And she's like, yeah, no, I live in St. Pete. I'm like, well, St. Pete's like, in my mind, just across the bridge.
It is.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal,
Yeah.
you know.
No, and it
It's only
really
30
isn't.
minutes.
It
And she
really
explained
is.
that to me. I was like, oh, fuck that.
That's a
You know?
weird, yeah. It's a weird thing. Like we just played Brooklyn, and like one of the like 2 of the bands that played on that bill, they're from Long Island, and it was like an hour and 30-minute drive
Yeah.
for them.
It's crazy.
And they're still in the state of New York.
Dude, you can go to New York
crazy.
City and do a strong week as a band and like not at all eat your crowd.
Yeah.
You know, like you can do Manhattan one night, Brooklyn one night,
it's different.
Staten Island one
Yeah,
night,
yeah.
Long Island one night.
sure.
You know, I mean, you could do a legit week just based in someone's shitty apartment in Brooklyn or something. You know,
Yeah.
you know, like you could that's why when I hear people like they do these crazy tours up there, I'm like, you guys have toured, obviously.
Yeah.
Like I've done it a lot. It's been a long time. Like you don't want long drives. You know what's great when you're on tour? A 45-minute bus ride to Long Island. You mean I don't have to sit at the club from 2 p.m. in the afternoon,
Yeah.
sucking at pool?
Yeah.
But I haven't toured in a long time, but back in the old days, man, I come back and I'm a pool shark.
Yeah.
That's all you do in a club. You're just like hanging out,
Heck
four.
yeah.
Home by the road,
That
yeah.
is
All we
literally
did.
what we did.
Yeah.
We just played pool. Like,
Play pool and try not to drink too much.
You need like a studio in the van or something, like some way to record when you're on the
That would be
road.
Dude, we brought this thing, and that's the issue I was having earlier was I
Yeah.
couldn't figure out how to switch. The,
The drivers, because
Yeah.
you were on the road setting.
I was on the road setting.
Yeah, and then you're back home, and they're like, "What the fuck you want?"
Exactly. Like,
What
no,
do you
wait, there's
mean?
8 channels now. But no, yeah, I mean, we brought it, and I was like mixing and stuff on there.
that's cool, man.
Yeah, it was. I was like, damn, I can do this now.
Yeah,
So-
right. There's nothing else you can do, right?
Exactly. We literally like just sitting in there and listening to music and doing this.
I actually
Yeah.
really like those. Some places are doing those like jam in the van sessions with cool bands.
Oh yeah, it's
seen
become
that.
popular now. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that. There's
Yeah.
God, there's like a I don't remember who they were. They're really cool. Like it's not Miranda Lee Richards, but something out. I lived in California forever, so I kind of pay attention to that stuff. God, it might have been someone here. Anyway, they do like cool folk musicians and stuff, and they just do. All right, you know,
drive
here's
around.
a guitar, here's a tambourine, cruise around, jam in the van, because they have 14 hours till the next
Exactly.
show. You might as well be productive.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's God.
I could.
Anyway, some
have a
like
road
those
setting for
cool
your
bands,
drums.
like the kind of bands that can like our songs don't make any sense on an acoustic guitar. Like when I try to like sit down and play an acoustic guitar, like
Yeah.
the vast majority of the songs don't make any sense.
You would have
I
to
can't
have
just do
effects
that.
pedals at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you guys seen the nerd internet stuff. Someone made these little things that you can like basically magnet onto the back of your acoustic guitar. No plugs, no nothing. They have delay, chorus, and reverb.
No.
I saw
That's
them-
crazy.
That's pretty
It's
badass.
yeah, it's really exciting. I love acoustic guitars, but I'm sure you've heard I use a ton of effects.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Have you seen? Oh, you haven't seen
Yeah.
my board. No.
But
I'll show you my board
The
later.
spaceship.
Yeah, it's like I like guitar effects
Yeah.
and stuff, and they made this thing where it's just you just put it on the back of your acoustic guitar, hit a button, and like you have like legit, delay and reverb and all that stuff.
crazy.
And
It's
that
pretty
was-
badass. Yeah.
So like like in the world of buskers, like I'm not one of those guys. Like you give me an acoustic guitar with nothing and a microphone, I'm not that dude who can entertain you. Give me an acoustic guitar or like an electric guitar like that makes like some effects. I'm down.
Yeah.
I got you for hours.
I'm there too, bro.
Yeah,
I'm right there too.
I can take you on a journey.
I'm right there too, man.
Back in the old days before we switched out with that old drummer, he's a really amazing drummer. He's really good at improv, and we actually did one. Like Matt was out of town, so he couldn't make something. My friend invited us to play at this outdoor bar. All right, cool. He couldn't make it, so screw it. Like let's just do improv, and I'll tell you, that was one of the more fun shows.
That predated the Merman show, right?
That was super. That was before after that we got introduced some live music for
like a musical
theaters.
thing. It was
Really?
cool.
that was really
yeah.
cool, man.
What?
That was awesome. There's a gay bar in Orlando, right? And they're like, "Hey, come check out this Merman show." It's like a musical thing, and Nick, our old drummer, was playing, and then Josh, and then that's where Atif was playing keys and stuff like that. And it was like I didn't know what to expect, honestly. And I went in there, and then oh my god, dude, the level of production that they had there, and the type of music and stuff, and it was like really good shit. I had no idea.
That was where that keyboard,
That's
like
awesome.
the keyboard player. The keyboard I've known him for. He's one of those Orlando guys. He fooled me. He's like, "Hey man, you want to go play some guitar on this like theater thing?" I'm like, "All right, sure, that's interesting to me."
Yeah.
It's like I got a percussionist. He's all right, cool, and then just sends me like 14 rehearsals, 9 dates of concerts.
Yeah, it was like a big commitment too.
Yeah, it was like a 10 run.
Good pay, I would imagine, right?
No, there's no money.
Oh, really?
Nah, like,
Oh,
like
shit.
all right, I'm taking this. Like, all right, but it was like I said that Nick was a hell of a percussionist, man. He had this crazy theremin. He's got all these weird hand.
He brings lamps and shit.
Yeah,
like
dude can play.
like
Damn.
he searches
Sounds awesome.
his
Yeah.
life is searching for unique sounds to bring into
Yeah,
the
like,
fold.
we just
It's really cool.
we just
pretty
didn't
badass.
work out too well, but I will never in a million years say anything about that guy's musicianship.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
All
That's
kinds
cool.
of weird drums. I like weird percussion. I'm a huge Tom Waits fan, so I like weird percussion.
Yeah.
You want to like tap out a rhythm on spoons and hit the wall, and it sounds good. I'm in. And he was that guy. He would have the like. You listen, like, what is that? That's so cool. And it gave me the opportunity that I just sat there and like, I've never had the opportunity to like kind of just play guitar and just kind of hang out in the back.
Yeah.
It's cool,
Yeah,
man.
you can
like,
try
but
it out.
Just kind of like listen, basically.
I have a shit ton of effects.
Yeah.
I have a real stupid pedal board. I don't use most of it. But it's nice to pull out shit. I'll play 10 of them.
Yeah.
Just whatever, man.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
weird noises and, kind of get the vibe.
I gotta show you mine, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
pretty
really,
big.
for live purposes,
Thank you.
I cut all my shit way down. Like when you hear like the recording stuff, and there's 3 tracks of organs, 2 tracks of pianos,
Feedbacks with delays.
Oh yeah, I'm that guy that will record
whatever
7
we want.
feedbacks. You know, because I look at recording as totally different than live. We kind of approach live like a little more rock and roll.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. More stripped down, basically.
I just can't afford to pay people. That's,
Your job is feedback swell.
Oh yeah.
Then you're done.
FYI, you're not getting paid.
I'm telling you now.
If I ain't getting paid, you ain't getting paid.
Okay, so how about you then? Where'd you get your start in? Like when did you
man.
start playing and all that stuff?
My dad bought me a guitar when I was 12. An old PVT 60, which I see people now, they're stoked about. I'm like, really? Like my pawn shop PVT 60 sucks. So I've been playing.
Nostalgia, that's it.
I mean, I've been playing like legit live show at 14 years old. Horrible ska punk bands.
Really?
Yeah, just
Interesting.
fucking terrible.
Well, but did you not like the music at the time?
Yeah, it's ska punk, man. I mean, I was 14, man. I was a 14-year-old skateboarding white trash kid. We like shit like ska punk. You know, as a kid, as a Melbourne, just I didn't know nothing about. You know, I was like,
Sure, I'll take it.
I was learning like Danzig songs. You know, like.
Thank you.
So anyway,
Thanks, bro.
so all my high school and junior high school was playing concerts and stuff. Went in the military, did a couple years in that, and that kind of got me out of Florida. We're real poor, so like my options were join the military or like change tires in Melbourne for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Like there was no going to college or anything stupid like that. So did the military thing. So kind of broadened my horizons to stuff. Moved to Texas. I did a couple years in Austin. Oh shit.
Oopsies.
And then right after, and I met a lot of people. There's a whole really great Oakland garage rock scene with like the Cuts, Apache, like these really fucking cool garage rock bands. And I was like, kind of tight with those guys. So things were working out in Texas, and me and this guy Matt were like, you know what, let's go to California. I'd never seen a city. I never
California?
once in my life had ever seen a city.
Oh, a city.
A city, any
Okay,
city.
gotcha.
I'm
Yeah.
from Melbourne, man. Melbourne ain't a city. I saw
Yeah.
Melbourne, Omaha, and fucking San Antonio, you know? So I was fresh out of the military, had a couple dollars. So me and that dude, like, fuck it, man, let's go to California, let's start a band. We took a Greyhound bus, man, 50 hours, about $100 a pop. And you had to, like, everything was with you, you had to carry.
Yeah.
So I literally had, like, guitars strapped from my shoulders. I still have warrants in Texas from stealing gear for that trip.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well,
What's your name? Nick Pearson?
Yeah, Nick Pearson stole a keyboard from Rock and Roll Heaven. No, I just found out like recently I got warrants in Texas. Like, really? Assholes.
How do you find that out?
I got pulled over. And,
Okay.
The guy was super aggressive
Yeah.
because I wasn't in my work clothes. I'm always in the bike. And like, I'm not, it's like nowadays, like you talk some shit, you get shot.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
old. I remember talking shit to cops and it was no big deal. Well, I find it's like, whatever. Anyway, let's not talk about my legal problems. So anyway, so I get to fucking California and like, I'm like getting off the Greyhound bus at the Embarcadero. And I'm like, I don't know, like some fucking kid that's just like seeing like Santa. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
We moved into like a little like drag queen crack hotel. And like
The best, of course.
Yeah.
Is that a brand or a chain or?
Yeah.
It's a chain.
Yeah.
It's a chain there. It's not weird there. And then, I really chased a rock and roll dream for a long time. I had like enough success, not to make any money, but like, we had enough, like we toured with Black Arbor Motorcycle Club and the Locusts and all those guys playing piano in a band. So really kind of, Red Tiger Church was a big one that I was really into. So I played it with a bunch of bands, we actually got like a deal down in LA. It was great because we knew it wasn't going to work. Like everyone's a drug addict. It's quite clearly not going to work.
You set the bar low.
Oh yeah. These fucking idiots, man. It was a bunch of like the band Tony? Well, stupid R&B shit. While their producers were like, hey man, let's do it. Yeah, rapping bullshit. I hate R&B. But they were like, hey, let's do a rock and roll band. And they had a bunch of cash. So they just foolishly threw it at us. So, man, it was amazing. It was 6 months of just being a fucking idiot. Just partying every night, man.
Like touring though.
No, we didn't do shit. We literally took their money. Then after that, yeah.
Wanted in LA as well.
But there's at this point, I mean, in the States, there's nowhere I haven't toured. I mean, I've been everywhere. I've been kicked out of Canada on multiple occasions. Never my fault, but someone else's fault. But anyway,
but that's cool though. I mean,
it was great. It was a lot of fun, man.
You've done it. I mean,
my 20s were that. I wanted to be a rock star, man. I hate working. I don't like anything else.
You saying that, like, a lot of people have different degrees of what they consider success. Like doing that.
I want a roadie. That's I tell you 100%. Success to me is if I can walk on stage, pick my guitar up, and start playing.
Yeah.
I would call that. That's good. I'm done.
See, for me, it's like if I can make a living off of this. That would be my consider of
Depends how you want to live.
Well, if I'm not saying rich. I'm saying just like I can quit my day job.
I've told
my bills without doing anything else.
I've told Matt multiple times on April 1st, like the April Fool's Day, I would love to film the process of me sitting down and explaining to my girlfriend how I'm going to quit my job and 100% focus. Like, you know what, babe? I've really been trying to do this for a really long time.
Yeah.
This is just what I'm into.
Yeah.
I want to film that process.
Yeah.
Because I play weird. You know, we play weirder outside of music, man. I know it's not going to pay the bills. I'm well aware that this isn't going to be a career. I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I mean, if someone offers me a record, fuck it. My job sucks, but I'll take it. But I would love to film the process and be like, seriously, honey, I really think I'm going to need your help.
I need you to float me for like 6 months to a year.
And I've been with my girlfriend for 10 years, man. She's great, but she's an asshole. Like, she's had a lot of rock and roll boyfriends. And for the first, 8 years of our relationship, I'd quit playing music.
Yeah.
So we had none of that.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you just got back into it basically.
When we moved back here, I was like, man, I don't know anybody. I got a couple bucks.
Yeah.
I had enough money because I sold a house. I had enough money to finally go to Guitar Center and buy a nice guitar, buy a nice amp. I was like, oh shit, this is really fun. Because I've always been poor. I was like piece of shit, stole shit, sold drugs for shit. Had a bunch of shit from pawn shops. I never once in my life have I ever had a name brand guitar or anything like that. And so came back. I was like, that's pretty cool, man. I got lucky and met these guys that are in the same world of music and stuff. Yeah. But man, it was weird. I would. Someone's gonna hey, here's $1 million to play guitar. Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But I don't think anyone wants to hear me yelling about aliens.
Well, the thing is, it's I think it's hard to see because I think we're in the same boat as well. It's hard to see, but I do feel like you can grow an audience, you can grow a fan base. It might take a long time.
Yeah.
But it's possible.
I would like to be cult popular. Mm-hmm. It'd be cool.
I'd be happy with that too.
Yeah, but I'm well aware that it's not going to pay my bills.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I know. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
Would you say that Radiohead is cult popular?
No, they're big. They're big.
I would say they're.
But I know a bunch of big bands.
Popular?
I know a bunch of big bands that still live way shittier than I do.
Radiohead, right?
I have a
made
few
more money,
friends that are successful musicians. And the dude at 7-Eleven is still balling out compared to you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. So
I want to get on this. My dream. I have two dreams as far as if I'm successful. I want a roadie, and I want to get on the festival circuit. How cool would that be, man? Get a regular job. Blah blah blah. Life sucks.
One of the best shows I saw at a festival was a local Orlando band that I heard, and the bass sound was so distinct that I was just walking through the woods at Swanee. It's Shaq Nasty.
Oh, they're
fucking
so
great.
good.
Matt Halpern, man, that guy's a killer on bass.
School Orlando, and they're amazing.
I was walking in the woods and I heard it. And I was like, that sounds like Shaq Nasty. So I just followed my ears right in the fucking
Shaq
woods.
Nasty's really good.
I saw a circle of RVs and vans with quilts and shit, and I go in there and I'm watching these guys play, and I'm like, fuck, dude. This sounds like Shaq Nasty. And the guy next to me is like, you fool, it is Shaq Nasty. I was
Shaq Nasty's really good.
Yeah, dude, they're legendary in Orlando.
So you were just in the woods.
I was just walking from like one stage to another stage, and then I just heard something calling from the distance.
Let's be honest, you were peeing in the woods.
There's the greatest pee spots in the world in Swanee.
Shack Nasty is incredible.
Oh my god, they're so fantastic.
I've never heard of them.
They're a little
check
old
them
school.
out.
I'm sure. Are you guys have heard of like Eugene Snowden of the 10 Butts lot? That is Orlando World's best thing we ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
It's this guy Eugene. He does
Eugene.
older African American gentleman or whatever. He does like that. He does the fucking James Brown shit.
Okay.
Well.
Okay, so he does like
pretty
James
badass.
Brown stuff.
He does his own music, but it's that same. Like you watch him playing
Style,
guitar,
But he
and
has
you're
an
like,
Afrobeat rhythm band and
yeah,
stuff that's 100%
where he plays the shit out of a
improv,
tambourine well.
Yeah.
You know, oh, it's amazing. Like he
cool.
plays like 6 nights a week. I've gotten up there a couple times and just kind of like just played a little bit. And man, dude, Eugene is the Orlando. To be honest, in my opinion, he's definitely like the Orlando guy. That dude remembers my mom. You know, like my mom
He's been at
was
it for
there.
a while.
Damn,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
You know, my mom
Yeah.
comes to shows and stuff sometimes, and like, I mean, he got no reason to know to be that friendly, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Does he not?
not with my mom. You know, I mean, great. Now I got to think about my mom. Like, God damn it.
You open the door, buddy.
Yeah, I did. I'm gonna step away for a second.
What about you? Where did you start? When did you like? Because you said you kind of like almost like seems like you started learning drums recently, or
No, I played a little bit for a while. For me, it was always just getting people together to like play music, you know? And whatever I needed to do to make that happen, I would do. So in the beginning, it was guitar, then it was drums, then it was bass, and then at some point, you're like, I get okay at all these instruments. I'm not great at anything, but I'll play whatever we need to play to make music happen as a whole, right?
Yeah.
So like, you know, Olaf's an expert at bass, but if we have 2 bass players, then we're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
I guess we're using 2 bass players then.
yeah, of course.
Which we've definitely done.
Well, that's cool though that you. I mean, I guess it's good that you kind of like started out like with doing all of it so that you can basically jump into anything now.
Yeah, I like playing music more than I like playing any one instrument more than
Fair enough.
than
Yeah.
the other. So
I kind of agree with that. Although, like in our band, I'm primarily a guitarist and singer.
Yeah.
I have been trying to branch out and do like both like keys now and like
Yeah.
drums and stuff like that. Not with our band. Well, the keys, yeah, but not drums.
Yeah.
But I like playing drums. Like it's fun.
yeah,
I'm
it
not
is
a drummer. But,
yeah, it is fun. I mean, it's fun to play all of the stuff, right? It's
True,
just like
true.
I always say the best.
Yeah, and
the
you're
best.
doing it, so
yeah,
I'm just
I
the
play a
best
little bit of everything.
Yeah, but you get fulfillment out of that though.
Yeah, but I mean, I would like to play some other stuff.
we can,
it's
we can
just,
switch
do
whenever
it.
you want.
Oh,
yeah.
let's try it, and
Just
yeah,
do
a
it.
couple of weeks later, it comes. Oh yeah, here I'm playing drums now.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
You said, hey, there's still time, man. There's still time to learn.
yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, I know.
It's never too late.
Never too late. You don't have to be super complicated. You just
So
have to.
you've been basically just kind of floating around and playing everything.
Yeah, play whatever I got to play to make music happen. That's
He has the
that's
most
the fact.
tolerant girlfriend in the world.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah,
She's
my
super
drum
nice.
sets.
She's
My drum
fantastic.
sets in the living room, 100% of the time.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Fuck
I just
yeah.
imagine trying to tell Jen, like, yeah, I got some random dudes coming in. We're going to play a bunch of noise in the living room.
Yeah.
Womp, womp.
Yeah, I think she said like,
you're
well,
welcome.
can I meet them first? Like, yeah, of course.
The first rehearsal we did was like in the, I got this goddamn Florida room. Just like this
Oh, in your house.
Yeah, we did it in my
Yeah,
house the
that's fine.
first time.
It's like a tunnel.
Yeah,
It's like a
the
tunnel
worst
made of
sounding
tile.
thing in the world. It sounds so bad.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't have a bunch of songs. You know, I 1 or 2 riffs that I'd
Yeah.
been working on because I hadn't played a guitar in 10 years. You know, it was, I think I had put together Fairies Wear Boots just to like,
Just a list of like cover songs. So like, hey, you know, try
which
to figure these
which
out.
is ironic because Fairies Wear Boots is a super super hard song to play.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, maybe we could jam on this, and like it's
Yeah.
a really that Sabbath song's a
have you
really
heard? Have you heard the
complicated
bass
song.
line?
Yeah, like it's not an easy song to just like, oh, cool Fairies Wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean, I like, honestly, like, I couldn't imagine, like, I don't know, like, I'm a musician through and through, so having people in and out, like, it's just fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Everybody brings a different influence too.
Yeah.
Like he was talking about the Pakistani and the Sri Lankan, right? Like when they
Yeah,
joined,
cool
we
stuff,
took
man.
like a hard turn right to the east, you know, and we had a
That's
great
cool.
time. And it's still that their
yeah.
influence still sits with us, and Nick's
Yeah.
influence on drums still sits with me.
Oh, yeah.
So like as people come in and out, like it's never a loss really.
Right.
You always everybody's gaining something. I hope.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
like when playing with Riyadh and Atif, they would like show me interesting scales and stuff. Like, and I really like. I think it's cool, man. It's like, we do psychedelic music, man. It's cool if you can do some stuff that sounds like some Indian shit, like half tones and all that. And he would have these, like, he would just show me these scales. I'm like, I don't know what that is, but cool. And, we didn't do anything that weird tonight, but we definitely got, like, some stuff we've done that's definitely, like, Middle Eastern based, at least, That's cool. I'm a huge fan of hand drums, and we just can't figure out the process of doing those correctly live. Like, I'm definitely that dude.
Everybody
like,
drop your instruments and grab a hand drum.
Yeah.
You two in the audience.
That's why some of our songs, like, we've done that a couple times and it worked out really well, but definitely, like, this how that song becomes 10 minutes long.
Oh, yeah. Because you're having so much fun and you're in the moment. And then somebody in the audience probably like, I don't give a shit about hand drums. Like, well, you're gonna.
You're about to find out what's up on these hand drums.
That's a good idea, though, like, to get the audience, like, into it.
We've done that a lot. And I like that. I'm not one of those guys. I don't feel like with the crowd. Now it might be different. You play big, massive shows, but like a regular old show, they don't know the songs, man.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
No, maybe they know the chorus at the most.
Yeah.
But like, it's all new to people. So I don't know, man. You got something cool going on, then you get some feedback. I like to set my guitar. Like I'll get some feedback going, all my pedals going. I'll set my guitar down, so it's still making cool noise. You just grab a hand drum, do your thing. Like it's fun.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of bands over my life. I'm bored with the music. I'm 42 years old. I've been, except for a little bit of time off, steady playing music for well over 20 years. I'm fucking bored, man. So like, like that's why Eugene is so cool, man. That dude will take a goddamn tambourine and school you on the use of a tambourine. Oh shit, it's cool. Like I think that's fun. It's like, I'll take the djembe and I'll just. Of course, I've been drinking all day usually when I do a show, so I think it looks cool.
Playing pool, drinking all day.
Yeah, just lay down, doing your thing, and
I think it's honestly, I think that's a dope idea. Like for us personally, like
it's fun.
The one thing we've been trying to think of is like for our sets, how can we break it up in a way where people are interested the whole time? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like we'll have
volume control.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Volume control.
Definitely.
We just did last night. We just did a set where he played a song by himself, like just on guitar.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And we got really good feedback about that.
Nice.
We tend to be a pretty loud band.
Because people can actually hear what was going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so they were
volume
like, you know
control.
what, like we just enjoyed that. Just bringing it down like that. So
it really sounds better, right? Doesn't it?
It makes sense to me.
I don't know. I think like
sense to me.
I mean, I like
I'm
the
not
loud. Don't
convinced.
get me wrong, but like that was in kind of like the earlier versions, man. We were a little more like kind of heavy stoner rock, and I've been in a lot of bands like, and also I'm not the world's greatest singer, so we're cranking away, and you're like, well. I don't care who you are, man. You don't want to hear 40 minutes of songs you don't know being cranked away at 10,
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, they don't
That's
know
a lot
their
of
songs.
shows you go to, right? It's like you go there and it's like punk night, so it's just like get ready for that beat for like 3 hours, right? And everybody's playing more or less the same stuff.
yeah.
And we some of our especially the earlier stuff, but some of our stuff still kind of like some of like those like doom type of like heavy
Sludgy,
drony riffs.
heavy shit.
We do have some stuff like that, and that's awesome. But
Yeah.
unless you're super into that music, you're like, well, I just came out to this bar to have a beer and check this band out.
Yeah.
Great, you're 14 amps are screaming at my ears.
I want to go home now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's,
like that shit and I want to go home.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, like what we do or what I try to think about when I'm playing to an audience that doesn't know us, like I think I'm gonna do 30 minutes, 35 tops. Because
That's enough.
That's enough,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's
and then I'm also
plenty enough.
gonna set up a set where it goes from medium to high, then to low, then back to high.
Dude,
Yeah.
set design, man.
Yeah, that's a
You
great one,
got to write
yeah.
out your songs.
Yeah, just because like
Gotta write 'em out.
If you just have like songs that sound exactly the same every
Yeah.
song, then people are just like, oh, this is
They're
boring.
checked out, yeah.
Still
Yeah.
the old song?
Yeah, exactly.
The new one?
And we're a young band. Like no one knows our songs.
Oh, thank you.
Our
Yeah.
girlfriends know our girlfriends know our songs. Like we're a young band.
We've been playing for 10 years and no one knows our songs,
Yeah,
so don't worry about
We've
it,
been
bro.
playing for a year. Like sometimes the dust like, oh, we need some new songs, and that's cool. But like no one. Our girlfriends are well aware of the 5 songs we play.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's
They are now, yeah.
They are. That's why they've left and we can't find them.
She's still in my car.
They're
wherever
gone.
she is.
I have the most. I've had the same girlfriend for 10 years. I love her. She's the most hateful girlfriend about music. She's such an asshole. She is totally that girl that will just, because she's had so many idiot boyfriends that were trying to make it. Like, Jesus Christ. So she'll just be at the bar talking shit.
Yeah.
It's like that's the feedback I get all the time.
Now
Yeah.
you guys suck, dude.
Yeah, she's like, "Can you guys fucking stop?" Trying to watch Law and Order, you know.
Yeah. SVU night. Shut the
Yeah,
fuck
I
up.
don't have the Yoko Ono situation helping
Yeah.
out on that.
The best
Yeah.
compliment that I ever got from Christina was like, every time I go to a show, it's completely different. Like,
That's good.
she doesn't know what to
Yeah.
expect.
That's a good
Yeah.
thing.
Our live shows are we don't do the same live show over and again. Our live shows are always different. You know, we the good thing
On
is,
purpose or
yeah, well,
sometimes.
you know, the good thing is like having guys in the band that are good musicians.
Yeah.
If something goes off the rails, which you play music, plenty of times you're like, oh
It does.
shit,
Yeah.
they haven't made that key change. So now, okay, they're
You're in
off.
a new area.
They're where they are.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing about everyone knowing how to legit play their instrument is like, all right, that's in C.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
But we played shows where, you know, like we did a standard. We had a really good show. It was a really cool game. We played really well. But we only had like 6 or 7 songs and blah, blah, blah. By the end of it, we weren't ready to be done. The crowd, you know, they weren't ready to be done. And just looked at like, this is an E.
This
Just-
is hilarious because Josh, like when I met Josh, he was like, I don't like jamming. I don't like
Really?
improv. I was
I
like,
really don't.
dude, that's literally all we do.
But now I
like,
do.
Still to this day.
No, I do now.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, man, I don't like jamming because, in my opinion, it never sounds good. They never pull it off.
Yeah.
Luckily, we're able to, when we jam, it works. You know,
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
oh my God.
I think the
and I think
problem-
it's because I
yeah.
was a bouncer at a big hippie club. I just fucking hate jam
You
bands.
see,
man.
I've only been in bands that jam well.
I've never.
Yeah.
This is my first band
Yeah.
that's not like
It's great.
organized
Yeah.
songs,
Fuck
and it
yeah.
is fun.
Well, you guys
Yeah.
work. It's like basically you guys know each other well to the point where it's
Yeah.
like when someone's going somewhere like else, like you're like, oh, okay, I know where to follow
Yeah.
this.
I
person.
know
No, all
the
right,
certain
Derek.
changes Olaf's gonna miss, and I keep my right ear open.
Okay.
I know. I just we play all the time. I
Yeah.
know his music, you know, and I can tell like when he hits this note, cool. You know, like all right,
Cool,
you
he
know, that
missed it
changes.
again. Okay.
Yeah. But if I hear that
He
note, I'm
always
like,
does.
well, that's not the right note. At that point, I'm like, I'm done singing. All right, let's kick the wah pedal on. Let's get the delay pedal going, and let's make some space noises, man. Matt always calls my pedals the spaceship.
Yeah.
You know, because it's
That makes sense.
yeah. It's just, I can always, obviously, I mean, I kind of write the vast majority of the songs. I have them in my head. I know the amount of time, blah blah blah, the counts and stuff.
Yeah.
So I know, all right, cool. Like the bridge is coming up, and I hear if the note's wrong, I'm like,
He has a freakishly good memory for the songs.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I woke up at 4 a.m. I got a new riff. I was like, but I have both your guitars. And then he picks up his
Wow.
guitar when he gets to my house and he starts playing. I'm like, okay.
I do.
This is crazy.
I literally write riffs and songs in my sleep. My girlfriend gets furious. I'll wake up and just jibber jabber. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck."
We gotta go to B. We gotta go to B here.
Yeah,
Really?
I actually. So my girlfriend works from home, and as I said, she's just not into this. Like it annoys her. So I never play my guitar unless it's band practice. The good thing is because of that, I'm never not thinking about guitar. Like I'm a weird dude. It's
Yeah.
always in my brain. And I'm always thinking about music.
Dude, you know what you need, bro? You need a guitar, plug it into an interface, and then have headphones on, and then you
no,
won't bother
she
anything.
hates
Have you seen the little Vox inline amp with effects?
No, I haven't.
Dude, it's brilliant. A guy at work, I work in an office building with cubicles. I saw him on the way to the bathroom. He's like, come over here, check this out. I was like, okay, weird. I gotta pee, but let's go check it out.
Let's go check that shit out.
Yeah, so we go there. He's got a
You're like, "What's
fucking
up with that
guitar
weed?"
in his cubicle, and I don't work at like a Google type place. Like that's not cool, actually. There,
Really?
but I go there. He's got his fucking Strat, and he plugs it into this Vox inline amplifier with delay, reverb,
Great.
and phaser. I think
my
that you can
gosh.
do there. It's got like 2 buttons, and
That
through
sounds awesome.
a complicated combination of those 2 buttons, you can get all kinds of crunch and delay
Anything
and stuff
Vox
like that.
sounds amazing.
And then you just plug your
really
headphones
does.
into it, and you just fucking play, dude. It's crazy.
That's what you need, bro.
Dude,
That's fucking
yeah.
crazy.
Not gonna happen.
Dude, it's like the size.
Not
it's like the
enough.
size of a Zippo lighter. It's
Yeah.
insane
What?
the technology.
That's
yeah.
it?
Yeah, dude.
So you plug it into your. Like,
You just do 1/4 inch out of your guitar into this
then the
thing, and
headphone
then
jack,
headphones
right?
out. That's it.
That's
Oh my
badass.
god.
Yeah, it
that's
runs on like
fucking
9-volt batteries.
crazy.
Yeah, if I even try to talk it, it is not acceptable. I definitely have I don't work a 9 to 5, but she works 9 to 5. So like a lot of times I have Monday off and like just me like hiding from my girlfriend in the house. So she just doesn't like it. The music annoys her. And it's fine, whatever, man. It's her house too. So the good thing on that then though is when I do pick up a guitar, I got like 9 songs, man.
Yeah.
I'm super
All that
great.
pent up aggression.
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
guitar.
yeah.
I played both of the solos I play here tonight. Never played them before.
Of course.
Oh, for
yeah.
real?
I wrote them in my head. Yeah.
Oh shit, that's fucking.
My
That's badass.
girlfriend gives me shit. Like I wake up at 3 in the morning and I'm like jibber jabber. It's like, oh goddamn. I'm like, oh no, the bridge is wrong, and then go right back to sleep. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
That
definitely.
probably wouldn't happen if she just let you play guitar.
No.
That's true. We wouldn't be as good a band probably though either. So.
That's true.
I enjoy it, to be honest.
Yeah,
Every time I pick
a
up
little bit
guitar,
of
it's like,
restriction
Yeah,
for
that's true,
creativity.
the vibe's there, man. Like, you know, when I do pick up a guitar, I'm like, fuck yeah. 'Cause we, like every band, we practice once sometime. We try to practice twice a week.
Yeah.
We try to practice twice a week, but life happens, you know?
Yeah.
And so when I can actually like turn my guitar up and have my effects
Feels good,
pedals
eh?
and
It
stuff.
does feel good.
Yeah, like I just bought an SG and like I didn't hear it loud for a month. You know? So the first time like cranked, it's like, oh yeah, you know?
Yeah, you can fucking rip basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how is the Orlando scene? Because I'm not familiar with it at all.
I'd say it's growing. It's been there all along, but like downtown Orlando is not really the place for live music anymore. There's other like outlying areas like Mills 50 district and stuff like that where you can go there any night of the week. One like especially on weeknights. It's like we call it weekday gold. You just go to the spot on Mills 50 and you know see what they're playing. If you don't like it, go next door. Try that place. There's something else playing completely. If you don't like that, go do 2 blocks down to the next place.
Just live music?
Yeah, live music
Really?
everywhere.
Mills 50.
Mills 50 is like the
write that
burgeoning
down.
scene. Yeah. If you find yourself in Orlando, I highly recommend you go to Will's Pub, Little Indies,
Yeah.
Grumpy's, you know,
We've
these
played
places,
at
Uncle
Will's
Lou's.
Pub.
We've played Wolves Pub before.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like the bigger stage on that whole block, but honestly, you can find good shit all up and down the street
Like
there.
just on that street.
Yeah, there's like 4 good venues down there.
Yeah, we've done Uncle Lou's and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
dude, Uncle Lou's was insane.
Uncle Lou's is fun, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
so when we played there,
Oh, yeah.
there was like a fight like outside, and
Oh,
a
yeah.
guy threw a guy through the window, like through the window of Uncle Lou's,
yeah,
like, broke it.
No shit.
Yes,
That's
that was
fucking
our
nuts,
first
man.
time playing in
Just
Orlando. I
picked
think.
him up
Yeah.
and like I guess almost like if it was a wall went to just
Like
put him out,
WWE, like
Yeah.
suplex
yeah,
them
like
through the
we
wall.
just went
Yeah.
to put him on there and just crack the whole glass. Like
So
that
weird,
shit was
dude.
wild.
That was so weird.
Yeah.
I was like, what
I
the
was sitting
fuck?
outside with her actually. We were just sitting
Oh,
there.
that's right. Yeah, she was there too.
We
Yeah.
were just sitting there, just minding our own business.
She waves. Agreed.
We were just sitting there, dude, and it was just like wild.
Josh,
I was
you got a
like,
couple
oh my god.
That shit was
Oh, yeah.
fucking crazy.
Probably 3 at least.
I'm good actually. I still have a
I'm
full
good
beer
too,
here.
thank you.
But yeah, because like we want to get more into that scene there because
Yeah.
we haven't really played there too much. We've only played it like 3 times, I think. Honestly.
Yeah, we got a show coming up on March 7th at the Sanford Music Fest, which we're pretty stoked. Sanford's a city just east of Orlando, 30 miles or so. But it's closer to where I grew up out there too, and to like see like the whole day of music, like block party style kind of thing. And we're gonna be out there like in the center stage of everything.
That's pretty badass.
Pretty excited about
Yeah.
that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, Josh was saying like that that Sanford music scene is actually pretty
Yeah.
thriving right now.
Yeah, it's kind of like spilling out, you know.
That's pretty cool.
Cool, yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay. So this is kind of a question that I ask everybody because it's something that we kind of struggle with ourselves. And so
We're looking
it
for
about your
ideas.
So what do you guys think about like social media and how it relates to?
Fuck.
Yeah, you see.
All right, so this
We
is
hate
I,
it.
We
I,
yeah. We
I
hate
will
it.
I will take point on this because I am one of the band who does this shit. Fuck, dude.
That's how we treat it. We just make Josh do it. Like
Yeah,
you're the band manager, creative
Dude,
director guy. You deal with the bullshit
Self-fucking
too.
promotion sucks.
Yeah.
I hate asking people that are my friends, "What's up, homie? On Tuesday, you want to pay $5 to hang out with me?"
Yes.
Fuck, that's how it feels, you know. Like,
I don't do that. I don't text people.
I do it. I don't text people, but I do it on like Instagram and Facebook.
I do it once a year. I ask all my friends, like, hey, there's only one show. There's only one show, and I'm in Sanford, actually. I was like, only one time a year I'm going to ask you, can you please come out and get us like a little starter crowd so that people look over there and it's not like a empty restaurant kind of vibe where you're like, are they poisoning everybody? Where did everybody go?
Yeah, man, the social media, I hate that there's no option now. Social media is it, man. Like,
how many likes do you have? How many followers? Whatever.
Yeah, and fuck, do I care about Instagram, man? Like, cool, I can watch you make dinner. I don't give a fuck.
The hilarious thing is you can pay I don't know how much for like 100,000 Russian likes.
Yeah.
So it's all worthless, actually.
There's that fucking band, the American Love Story, man. They're cool dudes. But the fucking first time they played with us, the girl who's booking the shows turned out to be our manager later on. She's like, all right, they have one song on Spotify that's got like
100,000 plus.
400,000 likes.
And the next song?
Like
less
14.
than 1,000.
And like, you're opening for us. And then they're nice guys, plenty of cool dudes. I'm not talking shit about the band, but they've obviously like paid for that.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate the social media aspect, but you also don't have an option, man.
You really don't.
You really don't. So like Matt's gonna move in like almost a year. We have like our long-term game is we really want to do one of those like Orlando Rocks House of Blues shows.
Okay.
Because I want to play House of Blues, man. He wants to play House of Blues.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool, man? It's
We
a
had
massive venue.
two things on the list for me. Like you talk about dreams, 2 dreams. Everybody gets 2 dreams.
Oh yeah.
Mine was like release some shit on Spotify. Done. We did it already.
Check.
We're about to release some more shit with way better quality because I didn't do it. The second thing is to play House of Blues in Orlando,
like,
which is like, and they have like a local showcase.
It's called Orlando Rocks, and I feel like that's
it's
like,
great, dude. They do really good stuff there. I found so many bands there playing that I literally was like, give me your CD. I'm gonna put it in my car, and the only CDs I have in my car are local bands. That's it.
That's cool.
But the killer is, in order to even get in the wheelhouse of that shit, you gotta do all
the
that
whole
stupid
electronic bullshit.
To me, especially like, I'm not a computer oriented guy. Like I've never slid into anyone's DMs. You know, like I'm not that kind of person. I don't communicate.
Do people still say that? I mean,
Yeah, they do.
Do they really?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I don't communicate individually with people on the internet and stuff, other than like, hey, you know, like with you, like,
Yeah, you reached out to us.
yeah, but like, hey, you got something going on, cool. Do you mind if we get involved in that?
Yeah.
Great. But like, I don't, you know, there's the million beautiful girls on Instagram like, hey, what's up? Nice butt cheeks. You like my band? You know, I don't do that shit.
Obvious.
Nice, but
Obvious. Yeah, you know.
Nice ass.
But the realistic, you know, unfortunately, if you're gonna play one of those Orlando Rocks thing or get a large, you know, get opening up for a band or whatever that's a little bigger than you, yeah, I hate to say it, but they look at your fucking likes.
They do.
I just,
They do.
They do.
You do.
You're not gonna beat that. And you know what? If I'm a producer or like a promoter where, I mean, promoters don't do bands because, man, that band's really good. They're very creative. Yeah, it's his fucking job, man.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah,
It's just
not
another
even
filter.
they don't give a shit. Like the dude from Doxa, cool ass dude. I met him multiple times. He's given us a couple gigs. He's given us that one coming up with a KO dot, like an experimental thing on March 12th at Will's. Cool dude, man. Like he's really, every time I go out there, like, hey, how you doing? I shake a hand.
did you figure out if we're the backing band or the opening band?
We're the opening band.
Okay, cool.
But you know, like
He's
you
like,
know,
there's a small chance we might have to be the backing band for
Well,
this.
we were trying to get this thing with the guy from Cannes. But anyway, so
Yeah, what is about the
that's not happening.
right.
But
Happening.
I got us a better show, Will. So I don't want to. But you know, like, I get it. If I'm that dude, that's my job.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make X amount of money.
Yeah.
Your weird instrumental band that's no one's heard of, or you know, some dude with 10,000 likes,
Yeah.
whatever. You know, I'm gonna make more money off that guy.
He's probably calibrated that. He's like, okay,
Yeah,
if people
he's
walk
not-
in while these
Yeah.
guys are playing, are they going to walk back up?
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know,
not-
they got
and he-
5,000 likes.
Yeah,
Maybe
and he's
not.
also not stupid. He's a smart guy, you know, like, but I hate that, unfortunately, people look at that stuff
Yeah.
now. Like I said, I quit music for a long time. The last time I was doing it was like the beginning of MySpace. You know, like I got all my gigs,
Oh yeah, nice.
R.I.P.
you know,
Tom.
from like 3 a.m. at the bar. You
Yeah.
know, that's what I
For
know.
me, it was the beginning of internet.
yeah.
Yeah. MySpace.
But you know, as a musician in a band, like you hear like, I don't know, that there's the OCs, you know, like there's bands that we really like. The OCs, Ty Segall, you know, all that kind of stuff.
I love that stuff.
Yeah, really love Ty Segall a lot. But, you know, he brings his own support and stuff. But there's also, if I'm going to think of bands in Orlando that would make, we don't have any bands that make sense. To be honest with you, us is probably the only things that would make sense for that kind of music.
Yeah.
But they're not going to take my word for it.
But for me, honestly, in a world of like where everybody's buying likes and stuff, I look for curated stuff like KEXP or NPR Tiny Desk, stuff like that, where it's like you can literally just hit play on it and you're going to hear the most amazing shit you've never heard before. Mm-hmm. That's the best part of the internet. So keep, you know, the whole section where it's buying likes from Russia or China or whatever. Yeah. You keep all that stuff, but I am going to enjoy the NPR Tiny Desk YouTube channel playlist.
Dude, Pandora's figured it out.
See the best
Pandora
shit ever.
really suggests good music now.
Yeah.
Back in the old day when Pandora first started out, shit sucked.
Yeah, it was like the same
don't
playlist.
use it.
Yeah.
it was
They've
terrible.
actually figured out they're out randomly.
Well, actually, I mean, not to cut you off, but like Spotify is actually pretty decent at it too. I found a lot of good
see
Let me
it
tell
properly,
you why I don't listen to Spotify. My phone updated, kicked me out, and I can't figure my password out. It's been months. I still pay them.
No,
Figure out your password.
Dude,
bro.
get your shit together.
They have a
Hold on.
whole online
Let me
support
explain
for that.
why. So look up Spotify phone number contact. They don't have a phone. They will not do customer service via the phone. And it's like I had some weird situation where I was stalked by someone a long time ago. So I have an old email address I don't use.
As happens to everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
I had an old
Happened
email
to me.
address I don't use that I don't know the password for.
Did we get to the stalker
And, like,
story part now?
No, yeah, Jen's already heard it. We're not having that again. But yeah, you know, like, so yeah, I pay for Spotify. Spotify,
Dude, I'd figure it out. I
Dude,
wouldn't
figure
be
that shit
paying
out,
for
bro.
Spotify, the paid Spotify works really well. The free Spotify
garbage.
sucks.
Of course it does.
The
though.
paid one, that's what we pay for it too.
Yeah,
And
we-
that's what like
We have
literally.
two separate accounts.
Sure.
Yeah, we have two separate accounts. Yeah.
separate- I
What's
pay
up
for my-
on them numbers?
Yeah, I pay for my own fucking shit.
Yeah, no, I found
Yeah,
a lot
no.
of cool artists like that.
There's
Honestly,
to be honest with you, I'm way late in the game to things like Ty Segall, all that Jay Retard and all that stuff. Like, I don't know how I'm late to that game. I'm from the Bay Area. I lived in the Bay Area for 10 years.
Yeah.
The wrong 10 years. That's the problem. Huh? You were there the wrong 10
I
years.
was there the great 10. I was there from 21 to 31. That's the good time
Yeah,
frame
but
to
not
be.
for Ty Segall.
Yeah. So I was a bouncer for the OCs at a motorcycle fucking shop in the middle of the night one time. Like,
Yeah.
Really?
some really cool shows.
Those
You guys
shits are
should check out the
badass.
Liquid Pennies, man.
I don't
yeah?
know Liquid
Liquid
Pennies.
Pennies.
You like? Have you heard them?
No, I don't know.
Oh, you should check them out.
Okay.
Yeah, they're fucking. They're from St. Pete. They're dope as shit.
Cool. There's
Yeah,
all those
they're
like
buddies.
you know, that band Fuzz is really fucking cool, man. Of course, King Gizzard, obviously they're wildly
Our bass
famous.
player loves them.
You
Oh my
can't
God.
you can't argue with them.
Loves them.
You listen
Does
to
he
them
play one of the
and
riffs
so-
every time you guys set
No,
up?
I don't think he's more of a Rush like Frank Zappa guy
Dude,
to play,
yeah.
but yeah,
Watch them live and try to talk shit.
I can't like
No,
I
you
can't.
can't.
Like they're like the thing is like for me
Dirty.
like I'm not super into
they're
prog
good.
rock, but like I can see it and be like that's good.
And they
You know
have
what I'm saying?
songs you like. It's proggy, but like still you're like, oh shit, that riff.
Yeah.
What annoys me with that band? Okay, we got a 3-person band. How the fuck do you get 7 or 8 guys to rehearse?
Watch their documentary.
Money.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they just
I
live it.
I got 2 other guys, and we're normal dudes with
Yeah.
normal lives.
They just
you know?
live in a
and
recording
it's all
studio
we can
100% of the
do
time.
to do 1.5 rehearsals a week.
Yeah.
How the fuck? Who knows?
It's also Australia, so
I guess.
You guys like Tame Impala?
hell yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Good
not
shit.
put the energy into list. All I've heard is like psychedelic nerds talking shit about that.
Yeah.
But that's also stupid as fuck.
No,
so
honestly,
I don't
when
have
I
an opinion on
realized
that.
how many bands that I like that came from Melbourne, Australia, we talked about it a little bit
Dude,
earlier. right?
Australia's a shit now.
This guy's from Melbourne, Florida, but went to
Not that
Melbourne,
many cool
Australia.
bands. Dude,
And I was like,
Australia's the shit right now.
Dude, I don't know what they put in the water over there.
Fucking-
Holy
I don't know
shit.
what they're doing. There's
And we went there last year,
Yeah, you
and
were
I was
there
like,
for a
never
while.
seen that level of talent on a live music circuit.
Yeah.
You literally had to try to find bad music there.
yeah, man.
Everybody's so good.
That's
every,
cool.
every couple days you hear some new
Badass.
cool band out of Australia. You're like, great. I mean, you don't want to like King Gizzard or something. You can't talk bad about them. Goddamn, that's 7 dudes fucking killing it. 2 drum sets, some asshole that's like really good on harmonica
Some
and
asshole.
keyboards.
Yeah.
You know, how do you find that guy?
I don't know.
And apparently that entire band started from a fucking house party.
Really?
I get bored. I read all that shit. They started from a house party.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you gotta just play.
I
house
write
parties.
super
There you go.
basic music as far as like key change. Like my music is not that. Not saying my music. Our music is not that strange, but like we got to work at that shit. You know, like I can't even imagine. All right, cool. I got this part that starts at 7/8. It goes to 15/12. And like what?
We did have
It was
that
the same way I
15,
felt
16,
when
Yeah, how do you do that?
Our bass player just showed us what Wolfpack.
Wolfpack.
Oh, Wolfpack, yeah.
God
Heard
damn,
of them.
Joe Dart, that
Dude,
motherfucker.
what freaking notice board did you have to put? Looking for really badass musicians on
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
Anything.
on
Yeah.
fucking Craigslist.
just anything.
Those guys are session
Dude,
experts,
oh my
man.
God.
Yeah.
Like,
for
it's
sure.
ridiculous.
if
Yeah.
you have the kind of
Dude.
dough where you can pay musicians, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, they just played Madison Square Garden.
Like, I
dude.
just,
Yeah.
dude,
Dude, that-
on their
dude,
own.
watch
let
their,
me just hook
hologram.
up my
Label or
Madison
anything.
Square Gardens contract.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm still working on Uncle Lou's shows. I'm
If you're
certain
done,
that,
then
yeah, I'm certain that my like warehouse gig for 7 people, which is awesome, is not gonna line me up with fucking Madison Square.
Dude,
Gardens.
I don't get it, and like it's not like, and I've told like our bass player showed us whatever. I told him I was like, this isn't my cup of tea, but Jesus Christ, do they rip, right?
Yeah.
And like, how do you, I don't get
Well, I'm sorry,
it.
which
I
band are you
don't-
talking about? The rips like that?
Wolfpack.
Wolfpack.
Wolfpack, yeah.
Wolfpack.
Wolfpack.
Watch
I'm glad that
their
Wolf-
watch
I'm glad
their
the
Brussels
Wolf Mother is
concert.
getting
It's,
back into the game.
watch the Brussels concert on YouTube. It's fantastic.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Watch how they
I
engage
saw
the-
Madison Square Garden. That's
Nah,
one
watch
you
the
listen
Brussels
to.
one. It's brilliant. They're way better audience. They're not Americans. The Europeans.
Dude,
Yeah,
know
you know
how to
what
party.
else?
But in Madison Square Garden, though, those people were going mad, though. He was literally, like, he's like, I'm going to section this off, 3 fucking sections, and I'm going to tell you all what to do.
The
and then
harmonies,
it
yeah.
came fucking together.
I mean, could
I
you
was just
imagine?
like, holy shit, that's
Could you
amazing.
imagine being on stage and like
And just
all right,
having control
and,
like
yeah,
that
and knowing that
over-
you got like 20,000 people.
No.
And whatever, you know, like,
No.
and
just
looking
crazy.
at
No,
you
you
like
can't
your
imagine
baby
it. Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, no.
You know,
dude.
like they're looking at you like, what now? You know,
I saw-
that would be good. You do this, you do that. Amazing.
I saw Green Day, and I saw for American Idiot. I don't really care for the album, but I saw them.
Yeah, it's good. Whatever.
And no,
It's Green Day.
holy shit! And they came out, and
They're
like
good.
I tell everyone, like even if you don't fucking like that album,
It ain't complicated shit. It's Green Day. They're good.
They put out like a DVD for this whole tour or whatever.
Yeah.
That show was fucking amazing. Like I
good.
was just so like I was so intrigued and so entertained from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Billy
It's-
Joel is a freaking monster, dude. Like that.
It's
dude
easy
has
to
stamina
see
that I don't
bands-
understand.
that are super famous and be a standard issue hater. And I've attempted this year to be less of a hater.
Yeah.
Well, like when
New
you
Year's
see this,
resolution.
I wouldn't say I've succeeded, but I've tried to be less
Yeah.
hater. But like you see bands like, oh, it's not my thing. But then you listen like, that's a concise song. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
it
know,
gets
like-
That's a
everybody
song.
moving.
the guitar player isn't fucking with his chords coming out. You know,
Yeah.
like
They know how to do it.
Yeah.
they know they sound good. You know,
It's
I-
a song.
I was like that
I
too,
get
man.
why people like that shit.
Yeah.
It might not be,
It's not your cup of tea,
but
that's okay.
yeah, but if you're Joe Asshole going to the bar.
Yeah, fuck
You know,
this.
you get this regular 3-chord punk band that's like super tight, or you know, you got us and like I'm screaming about aliens, trying to fucking play hand drums, and like dropping shit in the middle. So I get it, you know, like
Yeah.
I thought you were not screaming about aliens.
I scream about aliens all the time. My lyrics
Is that
are
the
retarded.
refugee in
Yeah.
Messenger?
Refugee.
Yeah. Oh, you know,
Galactic refugees.
kinda-
I didn't understand that till now.
no. Ironically, the two. So we got a new record coming out on. An EP coming out
Yeah,
on Grind.
plug that stuff,
All right,
please.
so we're on Grind Ethos, it's a little record label in New York. Friend of mine, she's, hey, we'll put your stuff out. So we got 3 songs coming out. And I am the least political person you've ever met. Like, all my fucking lyrics just come from, I don't know, just hanging like, oh, shit, that line sounds cool. And then just like, write what the fuck ever. But ironically, the song called Message from Uniform is actually about like, God, I just feel so cheesy talking about politics, but the fucking refugee crisis, the fact that people look at those kids like they're not fucking humans, goddamn concentration camps along the fucking border, like it really, I'm not that kind of person, but like I'm pissed about it.
Yeah.
I'm not retarded. There's nothing I can do about it, but it pisses me out. Like it really bothers me. All the stuff going on where people demonize the fuck out of those people, and just a couple lines kind of like came in with me both. So that song is definitely kind of a commentary on how, you know, stupid shit like Fox News, like they're not even fucking human beings. You know, they're just burdens on the welfare state. You know, like they're just people act like those people like, you know, El Salvador is awesome, but I feel like I can get $1 million going to America. It's not what's fucking happening. The idea that people are
They're coming here because they
Jesus.
because they have no other option.
and you forget about what the word coming here means. Those people walked across a fucking desert.
Yeah.
They left their kids sometimes.
Yeah, they left their lives.
It's horrible. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm there. Look, I'm there.
Yeah,
Dude, my
yeah,
dad.
you know,
look,
yeah.
I'm Cuban, Puerto Rican.
Sure.
And my dad, not that he came over here for that specific reason. He came over here before all that shit happened with Fidel. But my mom's parents came over here after Fidel took power, and they had to leave Cuba.
I'm a
you know,
Polish Jew.
so I
Like,
understand.
I
that
have
shit.
a certain sympathy for that shit. You
Exactly.
know.
Yeah, it's.
So
Yeah.
that was like that song is Messages in Uniform is actually
You
fairly
shouldn't.
political.
You shouldn't feel. When
I don't
you-
feel bad. Like
Yeah,
I'm just
You
not
should be
that
proud.
person.
Fucking
you
be
know,
proud about that shit.
So then the second song we did, Caesar on Fire, it's kind of like I guess it's like a commentary on like climate change, but it's also like
I
that
have a song. I have a song about that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice.
But that song's like set like 100 years in the future when like everything's gone to fuck.
Like like
You know,
everything's
like,
already fucked up.
The last line is like, you know, when we abandoned the cities and went to the hills. Yeah, you know, I mean, ain't gonna happen tomorrow, but at some point in fucking time, we're gonna fuck up. The lights will be off.
Yeah.
And like, how long
Yeah.
till lights?
Where's
will be
my
off?
5G?
Yeah. Yes.
What's the Wi-Fi password?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just
Is
like
it Apocalypse 1964? Or what?
we have and I'm a big reader. I read a lot of sci-fi and stuff like that. So like
I
on
saw
our,
that Ted Williams book.
it's a good book. It's really good, man. It's what's it, Sorn, Memory and Sorrow or something like that. Anyway. But like on our previous 4-song EP, we got this song called "The Gods Are Coming," and I'm a huge Warhammer fan. Like I'm not enough of a nerd where like I don't paint shit like on those stupid.
Yeah, the little models.
Yeah, I don't
you
paint
guys
models.
know what Warhammer
I really
is?
like
The
books.
board game?
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's one of the books called "The Descent of the Angels," and so basically the shtick of all that's going on with that is that all right, you got a planet, you're whatever your planet is, you know, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden, basically the idea is that there's like a unification coming, and they have these super augmented human beings that basically just drop from the sky like, we're in your country, or you're on your planet. You guys ain't, you know, what's up? You guys
Yeah.
want to be part of this reunification of human beings, or are you aliens and we're gonna kill you? You know, and it's
Simple choices.
we get, you know, that book really it's really a thing that talks about that. You know, what I mean, yes, they're not angels, but like they're angels. You know, there's something that just all of a sudden wildly more technologically advanced than you, just show up and give you an ultimatum. And that's what I talk about, like from perspective of that, you know, the God, we didn't play a song, but like the chorus, like the gods are angry. You're like, oh shit, you know, the gods are coming and they're angry. You know, they've taken everything. They've taken your daughters. Judgment Day's coming and all that. And it, you know, you kind of get that like, oh, you know, what? Eventually we're gonna make first contact.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
Yeah, if
not in
we
the next
haven't
100 years
already.
or whatever, but eventually it's gonna come.
If that hasn't happened already.
Yeah.
I like the zoological complex where they have the technology to reach out, but they're just happy observing us from
Sure.
a distance.
Yeah.
They're like, look at these fucking assholes.
I'd probably
Would you
be-
Trying to
talk to
figure it out.
human beings
Exactly.
Yeah.
otherwise?
They're like, you know what?
Exactly.
We sent
I'm
some
a
probes,
human and I
they
hate
killed
talking to
everything.
humans.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd be happy observing.
I've heard
Like,
like
yo,
the
that's wild.
the theory that it is like technically like we could that basically we can't sense that it's there, but it is happening. Like kind of like in the same respect as like us like observing like an ant. Like does the ant really know that we're
Yeah.
observing it?
Smelling
they
its
do.
chemicals.
But of
You get
course
what I
they
mean?
do, though. I think.
How do you know
like,
that you're not an ant?
No. But
I've talked to my ant friends.
Yeah.
this is probably the most barbaric thing I could say, though. But like when you.
Oh,
go
I
to-
got you beat, I promise.
When you go to try to right, you're gonna try to kill it, right?
Yeah.
The way that it's moving. is telling me that it knows, like, oh shit, like
Something's
something.
coming.
Well, it
If
just
they-
knows that something's coming, but
So
doesn't
it
know
senses
like
me,
what
though.
it is.
Well,
It
if they-
doesn't, but that's
that's what I'm saying. But like you
But
could
that's
argue.
irrelevant, though, isn't it?
But does he-
If there's one thing
I
that
think
like
it's irrelevant.
Does it
any
It
sense your
senses
judgment?
me. It
if there's
senses
one
me,
thing
that's
that
it.
really defines any society, especially when you talk about multiple things, this might makes right. Yeah, man, I don't like the way you're doing things. You don't like the way I'm doing things. Well, I can kill you. So therefore, you're doing things my way. You know, like,
Is that how ants do it?
I'm sure on a subconscious
They
level,
just-
I'm sure
they just
that's the way
kill
they
each
do
other,
it.
So
Well, I mean more like because like for example like you could I don't know just like the unknown things that happen in our world or whatever like let's say weather or whatever blah 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 like that could be some sort of like exterior force doing something that we don't know. Like you could kind of like compare that to like us like trying to like touch an ant and it running
Yeah,
away and
somebody
being
stirring
like,
the
what
pot a
fuck?
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not saying that that's the case, but I'm
It's
just
the
saying
magnifying
like,
glass
Yeah.
on
like
us.
we don't we
Is
don't
it fucked
see
up
it.
that I really hope some like climate change, like legit nightmare happens before I die? I'm for sure excited about like Nebraska's gone. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like there's definitely
it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I'd be like, I get it, but like, I'm not 42 years old, man. Like, other than this, man, my life's real boring. You know, like,
It is
I'm
fucked
kind
up,
of
but-
excited about this fucking
it is
coronavirus
fucked up, but
plague.
at least it'd be like, hey,
You're like Dwight Schrute, bro.
we need
Yeah,
a
man.
plague.
He's ready. He's a
Yeah, he's ready
prepper.
for
I'm
the
down.
plague, dude.
No, I'm not a prepper at all.
Yeah.
I'm just much physically larger than most preppers. So whatever they do, I'm just going to take their shit.
I don't know if that's how that works.
In my head, that's how it works.
Well, we've hit the hour mark, man. So honestly, man, thank you guys so much for doing this. I mean, it's been pretty cool.
Thank you very much for
The
having
fact that
Thanks
you
for having
guys
us.
don't even know you, just like
No.
hit us up and came into this is pretty fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you opening your doors to us too, man. This is pretty cool. I like what
Yeah,
you're doing for the
definitely.
community. You know, just kind of like let's open a door and say yes and see how it goes. I
Yeah.
really enjoy that.
Yeah, definitely.
promo purposes, if you're going to Orlando on the 12th, we're playing at Sanford Music Fest at 6
Good.
o'clock. We've got a show at Will's Public KO Dot and Psalm Zero and Witchbender. Ocean something. I'm sorry, I don't know their name. But that's going to be at Will's Pub on the 12th. We have a 4-song EP we released on our own called The Gods Are Coming. That's going to be re-released through Grind Ethos Records, we just signed to. And then we're going to be...
Congratulations.
Thank you, by the way. And then we have new songs. The 2 songs we played tonight, and then another a little more kind of heavy Sabbath-y song called Message from the Uniform. Yeah,
Okay.
that's about what we got going on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you.
y'all.
Guys.
Thank you
Thanks,
very
guys.
much for having
Of
us. I
course.
really
That
appreciate
was
it.
good stuff,
sure.
man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, now we're going to go to